people of BookTube, Megan here, and time for a very, very large book haul. I was doing good not buying books for most of this year. You know, I'd go out occasionally buy one or two, especially when there was a new release or I had a coupon or something. But all that adds up after a while. All these books have been accumulated over the past month or two. Like between book outlets, Black Friday sale, my latest trip to my local used bookstore, going out to coffee at Barnes & Noble with my friends and just kind of perusing the aisles. It's just accumulated a lot. So I figured it's time to do a book haul. And gotta say, I bought way more books than I thought I did. I thought, yeah, I probably have like a bag or two worth of books, like a reusable shopping bag. Like this size. Thought maybe, like a bag and a half, 2 bags worth of that. But as I was carrying them up, I realized I have 3 bags worth. Yeah. Before I dwell too much on my spending habits, let's just get into the book haul. And I will be trying to be somewhat organized, like hauling all the books that are in the same series together, just to make things easier and less confusing. But I have no guarantee how well that's gonna work, so let's just jump in. The first 2 books I got are First Drop of Crimson and Eternal Kiss of Darkness by Janine Frost, and these are books 1 and 2 in a spin-off duology of the Night Huntress series. So at this point, I believe I have the first few book reviews for the Night Huntress books up on my channel. I'm trying to read these books in publication order so I don't spoil myself for anything, and I believe I am at the point where these books come into play. So I figured, you know what, let's just buy both of them right now. You have a coupon, you have some gift cards, just bite the bullet and do it so that you have them and you can just keep binging this series. Alright, next from this book pile is Sea Witch by Sarah Henning. Don't know much about this. I only skimmed the description when I was going through Book Outlet, and it jumped out at me. The cover is cool. I assume it has something to do with a sea witch or mermaids, sirens, whatever. And I like reading about that stuff, so added it to my cart. Next, I have The Orphan Queen by Jodi Meadows, and other than the fact that this is a fantasy series, I cannot for the life of me remember what it's about. All I know is it's been on my Goodreads read list for a long time, and this was for cheap on Book Outlet, so I decided, why not? The next 2 books are Thunderhead and The Toll by Neil Shusterman, and these are books 2 and 3 in the Arc of the Scythe trilogy. So, I've read book 1, I own book 1, got a review up. I got this from the library soon after I finished the first one, and I don't know, stuff was going on and I didn't get a chance to film a review, but I did love it and I planned to buy it. I finally got around to buying it, and The Toll came out earlier this year, so I finally got that. So now I can binge and get reviews up for these lovely books, and I am so excited to see how this series ends. Oh, and one thing I just realized while hauling these, they have the numbers of the books on the back. So it's Arc of the Scythe Book 2, Arc of the Scythe Book 3. And gotta say, I appreciate that, because I hate when I am questioning whether something's the first, second, third, whatever book in a series. So the next book is also something that's been on my Goodreads for a long time. It's something I've been wanting to read, but just for some reason I've never bought or borrowed the book. And I don't know, I've never seen it, and when I have seen it, there are other books that I've been prioritizing, so I finally got around to buying it, and it is Hunted by Megan Spooner. I'm trying to get it so it actually shows well. The lighting in this room sucks. I'm sorry if you can't really see that well on the camera. In my viewfinder, it looks very hard to see, but it is Hunted by Megan Spooner. From what I know, it's either a Beauty and the Beast retelling or a spin on a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. And I love me my retellings, so I am hyped. So the next book I just found out was a thing this year, and oh my god, it made my day finding out that it was going to be a thing. And it is Wolfsbane by Kelly Armstrong. So this is the first book in a duology. We are returning to Kelly Armstrong's Otherworld series, and I love the Otherworld series. I actually plan to reread the books soon to re-review them, because that was at the very beginning of my channel, and my reviews were very, very, very cringy, I feel, back then. Not to say they're much better now, but I'm going through a thing where I'm re-reviewing things. But we are following the children of two characters from that series, and I am just so hyped to be revisiting this world, to be revisiting these characters, because they were children in some of the other books, like really, really young children, and now they're teenagers, and I'm just so hyped for it. The next book is the first part in a spin-off slash companion series for another series, and it is The Darkest Star by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and this is the spin-off slash companion series of the Lux series. And I enjoyed the Lux books. I'm gonna have to go back and revisit them because I'm so fuzzy on just everything in those books. But I am excited that there's gonna be more added to this world. I believe this follows different characters, but regardless, I'm excited to be revisiting this world. The next book on my pile is actually several stories. I am blanking on the term for it, but it's just a book filled with various stories, and it is 1,000 Beginnings and Endings, and it consists of 15 retellings of various Asian myths and legends. I've been wanting to get my hands on this for a while. It was on Book Outlet, so I'm like, you know what? Black Friday sale, it's gonna happen, and boom. So next book is also from Book Outlet, and it is Little Monsters by Kara Thomas. I don't know what this book is about for the life of me. It's been in my cart for a while on Book Outlet, and I know I had to have read the description at some points, but I can't remember. But past Megan seemed to think it'd be interesting, so impulse buy. So next I have Loki's Wolves by K.L. Armstrong and Melissa Marr. I know that's Kelly Armstrong. I love her books. I've enjoyed Melissa Marr's books that I've read so far as well, and I know this has to do with Norse mythology, and mythology, automatically on board with it. I'm trying to avoid reading the back flap to go in blind, but I believe one of the characters in this book is a descendant of a Norse god, like a distant descendant, I'm assuming, but yeah, I'm excited. I love me my mythology, so yeah. Next three books I have here are a part of a series, and they are Alana, the First Adventure, The Woman Who Rides Like a Man, and Linus Rampant by Tamora Pierce, and these are books 1, 3, and 4 of the Song of the Linus Quartet. I read Tamora Pierce's Tortal books a while ago. Freaking love them. And I'm trying to get my hands on them now, because I'm like, you know what? Book space be damned. I love these books. I want to reread them. I want to own them. So I'm slowly gathering them up. I'm missing the second one, In the Hands of the Goddess, but that is going to change soon. We follow our main character, Alana. She wants to be a knight, but women don't become knights. Meanwhile, her twin brother doesn't want to be a knight. He wants to learn magic and be a sorcerer. So they decide to switch places. Alana disguises herself as her brother to undergo training to become a knight. So these books follow her through her shenanigans to reach this goal of hers. And it's just a really good series and enjoyable, and I just freaking love it. The next book on this haul is The Siren by Kira Cass. I have not read the Selection series. It's on my to-do list. It's on my to-read list. But I saw it at my used bookstore. I briefly skimmed the synopsis, and from what I gathered, the main girl in this book has the ability to lure people to their deaths with her voice. It sounded cool. sounded interesting, it intrigued me, and I had like $30 of store credit, so I'm like, you know what, let's give this a whirl. The next two books I have are 2 and 3 in a series, and these books are The Awakening and The Reckoning by Kelly Armstrong, and they are books 2 and 3 in the Darkest Powers trilogy. I could have sworn I had book 1, which is The Summoning, but I guess I was wrong because I couldn't find it. But regardless, I enjoyed this series. I am very much looking forward to revisiting it. And these books are actually a YA spin-off companion series to her Otherworld series. We don't get mention of really any of like the characters in that series, but it takes place in that world, which I enjoy, and I found really fun when I was reading this for the first time. Actually, it was probably the second time that I noticed that, but I enjoyed it. So, branching off from the Darkest Power series, these next two books are kind of spin-offs of that, and these two books are The Gathering and The Calling by Kelly Armstrong, and these are books 1 and 2 of the Darkness Rising trilogy. We do follow different characters in these books compared to the first trilogy, but same world, similar situation, just a different group of kids. I almost forgot that I got this one until I was going through the bags, and it is Obsidian by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and this is book 1 in the Lux series. Yeah, I did reviews for this. I've been wanting to revisit this series for a while, especially when Jennifer L. Armentrout announced the companion spin-off series, which I already hold. So I noticed that I noticed there's the used bookstore tag on this, so I must have gotten The Darkest Star and then realized, you know what, let's just get the books for the Lux series while I'm at it. They had Obsidian, so I guess I picked it up and forgot about it. The next book on my list is something I've been wanting to read since it came out, like in 2018, I think it was. But I never did for some reason. But I saw they had it on Book Outlet, so I had to get it. And it is Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston. I can't remember the series name, but this is book 1 in her sci-fi-ish series. I think that might have been why I was dragging my feet getting it. I'm not huge into sci-fi. It's something I have to be in the mood for, and even then, it's always hit or miss with me. But I adore Ashley Poston's Once Upon a Con series, and when I picked Geekerella up for the first time, I was wary going into it because I'm kind of when it comes to contemporary books like that, but I ended up adoring that book. I enjoyed the companion novel, The Princess and the Fangirl, so I'm definitely going into this with hopes that I'll love it. And also, I didn't realize this was signed until like just now, and I'm kind of freaking out a bit. Oh my god. The next book I have is The Red Pyramid by Rick Riordan, and this is book 1 in the Kane Chronicles. And I read this so long ago, like when Percy Jackson and the Olympians was still coming out. I was looking for another mythology fix, found out he had an Egyptian series, was excited. I remember when I first read this, I wasn't as impressed as I was with Percy Jackson. Like, I still completed the series, but I wasn't as into it and never bought the books. Or maybe I did, but I unhauled them like a while ago. I can't even remember if I ever owned these. So, I've been wanting to revisit this for a while now, just to see if I still feel kind of meh about it, or if my feelings towards it have improved. And I saw it at my local library's used book sale, and figured, you know what, let's just grab it. It's only like $1. Let's revisit this world, see what I think. The next 5 books I have are part of a series I actually reviewed at the beginning of my channel, and plan to go back and re-review. I'm slowly trying to collect the books again, and they are The Merchant of Death, The Lost City of Fa, The Never War, The Reality Bug, and Blackwater by DJ McHale, and these are the first 5 books in the Pendragon Adventure series. This series follows our 14-year-old, 15-year-old, I can't remember what age he was, main protagonist, Bobby Pendragon. He's had a pretty normal life, but one day, before he's about to leave for a big basketball game at his school, his uncle comes and says he needs his help, and his uncle reveals to him he is what is called a traveler. It's up to him to travel to different dimensions called territories to help keep them in balance. There's this bad traveler, Saint Dane I believe his name was, who was trying to throw every territory out of whack, and this series is so near and dear to my heart, and I'm excited to own these again. So I feel bad that I don't know what order these books go in, because there's no numbers on them, and all the titles kind of blend to me at one point. But the next 5 books I have are One Foot in the Grave, This Side of the Grave, Destined for an Early Grave, Up from the Grave, and One Grave at a Time by Janine Frost. And these are the next several books in the Night Huntress series. I freaking love this series. When I picked up Halfway to the Grave, I just instantly fell in love. And since I had gift cards and coupons and whatnot, I believe I went into this already. I just decided, you know what, we just gotta buy the next several books that are in order so that I can have them and be ready and just pick up the next one when I finish the previous one, and it's all good. So the final 4 books are also part of the series, and they are also not in order because I don't know the order. My phone is dead. It's charging on the other side of the room, so I don't have the means to look it up at the second. But the books are Once Burned, Twice Tempted, Into the Fire, and Bound by Flames by Janine Frost. And these are books 1 through 4 of the Night Prince series. It is a spin-off, companion, whatever you want to call it, to the Night Huntress series. We follow Vlad, and I have actually read the first one in this, which is Once Burned, before I even started the Halfway to the Grave. So a little stupid on my part for that, but I enjoyed it. I enjoy Vlad. I was excited when we were introduced to Vlad in the Night Huntress books, and I'm excited to continue on the series, but in order so I don't spoil myself. So yeah, I think I'm set for the Night Huntress world for a little bit. Have the next several books in publication order, so I'm pumped. I'm excited. Can't wait to read and review them. And yeah, that is a lot of books. Way more than I thought I originally got. So yeah, that's gonna be fun to find space on my bookshelves for. So yeah, I'm sorry this is a long book haul. There's a lot of books to be had. Gonna be kept quite busy for quite a while with all these books. So yeah, that is it for this book haul. Sorry I didn't go into synopsises too much, but there was just a lot of books. A lot of them I want to go into blind, so there you go. So yeah, that is it for this video, and I hope to see you guys next time.